So the other day I embarked on a 25-mile solo mission through the beautiful Southern California countryside. With so much craziness going on in today's world, it felt great to get out of the suburbs and take a break from it all. I had a lot of time to think while pedaling along, and one of the thoughts that crossed my mind was, am I prepared enough to do 25 miles today? Well, it turned out that I had no issues, I had plenty of food and water, and had a great day in the saddle. In today's video, I wanted to share my methods for ride preparedness and give you guys some examples of what to bring on a short, medium, and long ride. My name is Sean, and this is the MTB Garage.
So the first ride scenario we're going to be talking about today is a short ride. I would consider a short ride to be between 5 and 10 miles, and for this one, you can get away with packing pretty light. In most cases, if something goes wrong with this type of ride, you should have a pretty quick walk back to the trailhead. Now, you do have a couple options when it comes to storage. First one is going to be on your person. I prefer to run something like this, which is a small fanny pack. This one's from Decline, and has plenty of space to hold all of the stuff for a short ride.
The things I would bring on a short ride would be one water bottle, a small multi-tool, a CO2 inflator, a tire lever, spare inner tube, and my phone, wallet, and keys. The other option that you have is to store everything on your bike. Since you don't have much to carry, a frame strap or saddlebag will work great. While this frame strap works well, it did cost about $20 at my local bike shop, and I found that you can also get the job done with these Velcro straps that I got from the hardware store for only about $2.
So the next ride scenario is going to be a medium ride. I would consider this to be 10 to 18 miles long and maybe a little bit more remote than your average short ride. In this scenario, we want to be a lot more prepared for mechanical problems or flat tires. This is the stuff that I'll usually carry on a medium length ride, and I like to hold it inside of my Camelback fanny pack here. This thing also has a 50-ounce bladder that will hold the water that I need.
For a medium ride, I will normally bring 50 ounces of water, a large multi-tool, CO2 inflator with multiple cartridges, tire plug kit, a quick link for my chain, some sort of snack, and my phone, wallet, and keys.
Now, if you're running a tubeless setup, you definitely want to be prepared in the event that you get a flat. In most cases, if you puncture a tubeless tire, the sealant will fill the hole and prevent you from getting a flat tire. But sometimes the hole is too big to fill and you need a plug to fill it. I prefer to run the Stans Dart plug. It's not the most compact thing out there, but it works really, really well. Now let's say you get a puncture in your tubeless tire, you put a plug in it, and it's still not holding air. This could be a sign that you're running low on sealant, and there is a product out there that can help. This is from a company called Goop. It's a CO2 and sealant in one. Now, I've never used this product before, but we're going to do a quick demonstration to see if it actually works.
To test this out, I mounted a tire to my rim without any sealant or tube installed, and ran over a screw to puncture the tire. Once I had a hole in my tire, all I had to do was jam the bottle onto the tire valve and let it do its thing. At first, it didn't seem like the sealant was doing anything, but after a few minutes of shaking things around, the sealant plugged the hole and it held pressure for the rest of the day. I was pretty impressed by how well this actually worked. The only problem that I have with it is that it's a little bulky.
So the last ride scenario we're going to be talking about is a long ride. Most people would consider this to be 18 to 30 miles with lots of elevation gain and potentially very remote. In some cases with a long ride, you can end up deep in the backcountry, and if you're not totally prepared for every situation, you could end up stranded. Here's most of the stuff that I'm going to carry on a long ride. And I'm going to put it all into my Camelback Mule here. This thing carries about 100 ounces of water, and it can fit all this stuff plus more in it.
For a long ride, I like to bring everything I would bring on a medium ride, plus needle nose pliers, a spare shifter cable, a power bank for electronic devices, a hand pump, zip ties, and a meal plus even more snacks. Some other stuff not pictured here that would be good to bring is a spare derailleur hanger, a small roll of duct tape, a first aid kit, and a small roll of toilet paper.
As far as food goes, it's definitely important to stay fueled on a long ride. Everyone has different preferences on what they like to bring, but I prefer real food to goos and gels. Goos and gels are great for a short ride when you need a quick burst of energy, but I think it's more important for a long ride to have something that's going to sustain you for a long period of time. Another thing that's really important for a long ride is going to be hydration. Now, you obviously want to be carrying a lot of water, but there's other ways to replenish your electrolytes while you're riding. This is a quick trick that I learned while doing a century on the road bike. I'm going to fill my bottle halfway up with water and the other half with Gatorade. And then I'm going to add in some sort of electrolyte tablet. This is going to ensure that you have a constant supply of electrolytes, a little bit of carbs, and water. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe you learned a thing or two about ride preparedness. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about future videos. And hey, let's ride again next week.